Well, g'day everybody. In this week's video, we're going to review the 23-0 double swag that I've had for a few years now. So hopefully enjoy the clip. Sit back, grab yourself a beverage, and we will get into this one. Cheers for now, guys. That's a nice spot. Oh, g'day. I didn't know you were there. Anyway, seeing as how you are there, I'm Steve from Mud Ducks Touring Australia. Welcome to this particular campsite. And seeing as how I have you, captive audience and all, I'd like to tell you about this 23-0 double swag that I bought for Kaz and I after our old swag, the big double one, failed through my stupidity. So if you know what swag that was from watching from way back, well done. Anyhow, we paid full price for this swag. It is a 23-0 double swag. It is about 1400mm wide, might be a little bit wider than that, but it's sitting on a 1400mm wide double stretcher. And the reason it's on a stretcher is, if you've been watching for a while, you'll know that Karen and I don't really like sleeping on the ground. And the stretcher is just much nicer. It's like getting out of a bed, guys. Like you unzip, you get out of the swag, you put your feet down, and you just sit up like you would if you were in a bed. You're not dragging your body up off the ground. Now, if swagging on the ground is your thing, great, do that. But for me, and for Kaz, because you know I'm getting old and that kind of stuff, a stretcher is way better. So we opt to have it on a stretcher. So as I said, we paid full price for this, not sponsored in any way by 23-0. But I thought I'd tell you about it. Now, I'm probably not going to use this swag much more, purely and simply because some of you might know that we've bought a caravan. We've got a rooftop tent on the ram that pulls the caravan, so we're probably not going to use the swag much. But I thought I'd tell you how this swag has gone after a couple of years of fairly solid use. It's lived through some very average weather. It's been rained on, it's not quite hailed, but certainly rained. It's been caught with a bloody garden sprinkler in the middle of the night. That woke me up because I had this canvas open, so next thing I'm getting belted with water in the middle of the night. That was interesting. But apart from those kind of silly things, it has just survived and it's done a great job. So I will grab the camera, I'll take you for a walk around it, because I think it's a good swag. And I think I should tell you about it after a couple of years of fairly solid abuse. All right, just to double check I've made everything right. It's been a couple of minutes. Anyway, here we go. This, as I said, is the 23-0 swag. There it is. Yeah, nice pattern, nice, just pretty nice patch too. Now, as you can see, I've opened up the canvas to let it breathe. This is how I usually have it when I'm using it. So I'll unzip everything and give you a look inside, because that's the part you're interested in, eh? Looking inside. Great camera work, guys. Now, as you can see, it's got the big double mattress in it. As previously mentioned, it's on a double stretcher. That is about, that might be a 70mm mattress, I'm not sure. It'll be in the specs anyway, guys, but on a stretcher, it's beautiful. So what can I tell you about? The mattress is really nice. And as I said, particularly on a stretcher, it's very nice. So it's very comfortable, fits nicely. You've got nice big windows at the end, so it'll breathe, because you can have those way down. I'll let plenty of air in. This one's up because obviously last time we used it, it might have been a bit cold. Anyway, that's that. Out the end, it's much the same as many swags. It's got decent rain fly, so it'll want to be belted in sideways before it got you there. So you're pretty safe. You can always be ventilated no matter what the weather is. This one's been through some horrible stuff, but it's survived pretty well. So what can I tell you about? It's got very good zippers. All the zips are like this, and you know, considering I'm not trying very hard, it just pulls really smoothly. Yeah, and you know what it's like with zips. Canvas fights against you and they're hard to do up, but that was really easy. The outside edge, same deal, guys. Let's rip it over. Yeah. Now you will notice that all the zips and everything, like some other good swags, they all tuck in underneath the canvas flap, so they're protected from the rain. I won't zip that up, guys. It's the same as the other one. So it's protected from the rain well and truly. It's got fantastic seams. When you season it, I don't know how well the camera's showing it up, but they're only very fine stitches. So it doesn't take a lot for that canvas to sort of shrink down onto the stitching and the stitching to swell up into the holes. So it seasons pretty well. Now, another big issue with swags, particularly with canvas meeting PVC bottoms, is this seam here. If you have a look at that, that's double stitched right there. On the inside, I don't know how well I can show you on the inside. The inside, it's stitched with the double again, and just nothing seems to get through. It's overlapped. The canvas is overlapping the PVC, so any water that hits that, it's going to run off it. Any water that comes up to it has to climb through, and as you know, water doesn't go up, guys, so chances of it getting wet on the ground are pretty slim. Some cheaper swags, well, the stitching's not that great. The water gets through that particular seam onto the PVC. What else can I tell you about it? I'll put all the specs up because honestly, off the top of my head, don't know what kind of ripstop canvas it is. I just know it is ripstop canvas. It's a full-size double swag. It's quite good, as I said, 1400mm or thereabouts wide. So the two of us fit in there nicely. In the warm tropical area, it's good because we're far enough apart so that you don't bump into each other all night. Yeah, I know there's times, guys, where you want to bump into each other, right? But that's a whole different video. It's not for today. So that's pretty well it. Oh, there you go. Dual 1400. If I'd read that in the first place, I wouldn't have had to be guessing. There you go. What a dummy. Anyhow, how's it been? Well, we paid full price for it, as I said. It's lived through some rain, it's lived through sprinklers in the garden. It's survived pretty well because it's not always been protected under the awnings as well as it should be. It's been on the coast, it's been inland, and it has also been on the ground. We camped in it on the ground a couple of times, then decided, nah, stretchers are the go for us. Now with that, as you can see here, it's just something we've always done. When you're using a stretcher, we put the canvas bags for both the stretcher and the swag underneath it on top of the mattress, or on top of the stretcher. Then you don't have to worry about where it is blowing away. It's always there where you can get it. So that's how we run it. Now, you would have noticed in the unpacking that I don't take the poles out of here. I just unclip the springs, fold them over themselves, roll them up in it. I figure that's just as good a way as any to keep them. And I've done that with all my swags, and I've never had an issue with any of them breaking poles getting lost, because they're always there. The ropes on it are quite good. They're your typical rope. There's nothing exciting about them other than they're orange. So you may not trip over them. And once again, I use screw-in pegs because I'm too lazy to use a hammer. So that's all there is to it. Hang on, the producer wants me. What? You speak loudly. What?
The bag is big enough.
Oh, right, the bag. That's producer Kaz, guys, telling me what I'm doing wrong again. Anyway, what she wanted me to tell you, because I'm dopey and forget this stuff, is the bag that holds this swag is quite big. You can roll a swag up in the bag, which I'm sneakily pulling out, look at that, with your sleeping bags in it. So it's quite a generous size. The bag itself is of equal quality canvas to the swag. The stitching is fantastic. Nothing has ever gone wrong with it. The zips are great. Everything about this bag is every bit as good as the swag itself. And it's been in the back of the Ranger, it's been on the roof of the 200 series, it's been all over the shop. It's been through all sorts of stuff and it just handles it. It's been rained on. And funnily enough, when I pulled the swag out of it, the swag is hardly damp and yet the bag is soaking wet. So it does a pretty good job. So that's probably close to as much as I can tell you about the 23-0 1400 dual swag. I'm back, guys. I don't know how hot it is today, but it's hot. Maybe don't mind me having a drink, but like I said. Okay, the 23-0, I'm melting. The 23-0 1400 dual swag has been a great swag for us. It's just, there's nothing bad I can say about it. It's big enough so you're comfortable in it. When it is on the ground, it's pretty good with that mattress. As we've said before, I like it better on a stretcher, you know, because you get the extra little bit of comfort from the stretcher. You do get the two bumps with the stretcher, so you sort of separate it anyway by the centre bar. That is something to consider, particularly for double on a stretcher. But for us, that hasn't been an issue. Rain sealing has been great. Airflow is good in it. Condensation under the mattress, no different than any other swag of its type. Now, we try to leave a decent amount of air, but you know, if it's been a bit cold, it may get a bit of condensation under the mattress. I've not seen a swag ever that doesn't, but it's usually minimal. So there's that. But you know, that's a swag thing. In the morning, maybe if it's bad, you lift the mattress out and let it dry. But I haven't had to do that with this one, but I have had to do that with other swags, so keep that in mind. Anyway, the 23-0 swag has been a much better swag for us than its predecessor. The other swag was okay, it was a good swag, but it was big, it was bulky, it was heavy. This is probably half the weight, and yet every bit as good, and the canvas is every bit as good, if not better. Stitching is great, everything's good. So there's nothing else I can tell you about it, but after a couple of years of solid abuse, it's still performing admirably, as you'd expect. And I'd imagine it will continue to do so into the future. Now, what its future is with me, don't know, but we're not getting rid of it for a while. But if you're after a double swag that's pretty good, hit me up. Who knows? Anyway, that's enough about this swag, and enough about me, and enough about Kaz. So at this stage, I'll leave the video here. Thanks for watching. To the old hands, thanks as always for taking the time to watch one of my clips. If you're fairly new here and you're not subscribed, maybe subscribe, click the notification bell, it really helps the channel out. Thanks to the channel members, and if you're not a channel member and you'd like to become one, click the button below and that'll really help support me. But you don't have to. Maybe buy some merch on the website, mudduckstouringaustralia.com. But you don't have to. You don't have to do any of that. The clips will be up as often as I can put them up every week for free on YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoy them. Anyway, just get out there, enjoy the bush, enjoy the beach, enjoy life. Just don't do it at home. Don't sit in your lounge rooms and waste your life away. Get out here and enjoy it. Cheers guys, all the best from Steve and Kaz at Mud Ducks Touring Australia, and we will see you on the next one. Take care. She's stealing me drink. Bloody hell.
Well, he got a cold one out for himself, but not for me.
Yeah, I don't like her that much. I remember what it's called. I'm not dumb.